All righty. We are here. Back when the market crashed, I started my own business, and it was called Open House with Style. So this is how to throw the ultimate open house. The first step, I use Asana. So it's going to be a checklist to go through one by one. And the first step is to pick a day to do the open house. Find a house that you want to do, pick a day to do the open house, and contact that agent to hold an open house. If you don't have a listing right now, that's okay, because you can use somebody else's listing to hold an open house. And to throw the ultimate open house, you are going to want to contact 5 to 10 small businesses around the home to hold open. And the ultimate open house is different than any other open house that you've probably ever been to. And so these businesses, they're actually going to go in and they're just going to set up shop. So it's almost like a little craft fair inside or outside the open house. It's just the ultimate open house. So you've got to get the seller's buy-in to be able to do this. But you contact those small businesses around the home and you ask them if they want to participate in an open house. And the cool thing about this is you're getting your name out there by contacting these small businesses and talking to these small businesses. And the great thing is these businesses are actually going to market to their people too. And so we're going to end up creating one flyer with the house that's for sale and the businesses that are participating in the open house and your information. And in that one flyer, everybody's going to use that one flyer to market the open house. Have an offer for the people to come through. So I always talk to the businesses. I'm like, we're going to put together a little bag of goodies and just have something in there, whether it's chapstick with your information on it, $25 off, just something of value you want to be able to provide to the people who are coming through your open house. And then you're going to call other agents who have homes for sale in the area, and you're going to tell them that I am holding a massive open house and I'm doing it on this day, this time, and I would love for you guys to participate. And this will create more energy, and it'll also create more signage that's out for people to come through and get to the open houses. And if you do get other homes to participate, other agents, you can create a map. And as they come through your listing, you create a map and you hand that map out to them for the other homes that are for sale in the area. But the key is going to be that you're going to have to wow them as an agent through this open house, because they are going to be going to other open houses. I mean, that's just the key to anything, right? Contact a lender to do the open house with. You want to have somebody there to help pay for some of the marketing and to be there to answer any questions that the buyers may have when it comes to buying the house. You might get somebody who loves the house and they want to put an offer in. They've got a lender to talk to and can possibly get approved on the spot there. You're going to print open house sign-in forms. And so I know with technology, a lot of people just use their tablets and they just leave the tablets at the front. I come from an old school, and I also think that it's more personal if you hand them. So I'll go to Office Depot, Office Max, and get one of those small clipboards, and I'll print open house sign-in forms. And so I'll have like 5 to 10 open house sign-in forms, and I'll have those at the front door. So I will hand it to them and I'll be like, hey, as you're going through the home, please fill this out. And at the bottom, please write any kind of feedback that you have for the seller that I can pass the information on to. This way, you're able to get their information, the buyer's information, so that you can follow up with them, and you're able to get the seller some feedback too. With LPT, we actually have door knockers and a huge packet of marketing material to be able to advertise the open house. And so you're going to want to go 3 days prior to the open house, and you're going to go to all the neighbors, and you're going to invite all the neighbors to the open house. You could either do this in the neighborhood, or you can go to a move-up area. So if you're familiar with the area and there's less expensive homes in the area, and this would be a move-up house for somebody, you can go into that move-up area and start passing out those flyers and those door hangers to that area. I always have booties available as they're coming through the home. And it's better just to have the booties available. They slip them on instead of, I've been to open houses where people take off their shoes and there's a huge stack it's like what shoe do you want to take after the open house is done? And so you want to have those booties available so that they can just slide on the booties, and then when they're done, they can just discard them. Pull all the active homes and the sold homes within a mile of the listing. And you're going to want to have a printout sheet of all the active and the sold homes. And you're going to want to know, because people, as they're asking about your home that's open, they're going to want to know, maybe there's another home for sale. Maybe this one didn't quite fit their needs, but it's in the area that they want. So you want to make sure that you have that knowledge of all the homes that are available in the area. What I do ahead of time is I map out the location of the open house. So if I plug in my address, I want to make sure that, and we can even plug in an address in here. I'm just going to do one in Highlands Ranch. You're going to want to go to that map and map out, where am I going to put these open house signs? I always do 10 to 20 open house signs. You want to maximize all the signs that you have to get people in. And then I'm going to see what are the busy streets. So I look at the busy streets. Here's University, Crest Hill. These are both busy streets. And I'm going to put, like, as they're coming into the open house, I want to make sure that it's on the right side. So I'll probably put 3 open house signs here, 3 open house signs here, 2 here, maybe 1 or 2 here, and then I'll get them to the home that's back through here. But if you have more open house signs, you can go to more busier streets, right? You come down here and you put, you want to keep them coming this way. So you're going to put your straight open house signs. You're going to maybe on Quebec, you're going to take a left here. Maybe on Quebec, you're going to take a right here. And so you want to make sure that you pull up a map and you have an idea before you go out that day of where you're going to put the open house signs. The small branded gifts, make sure that all the businesses that are participating, they're offering something of value so that you can put just in a little bag. Yourself, you want something of value. Pick up your small 5 to 10 clipboards, and then you're going to do an email blast. You can contact a title company, you can do e-flyers. You're just going to blast everybody with this one flyer that you create with all the businesses and the address of the open house. So you pick up your open house signs, 30 of them, if you want the ultimate open house. 10 to 20 is fair, 30 of them is awesome. The day before the open house, you're going to go into either RedX or Mojo, and you're going to pull the address, and it's called circle prospecting, and you're going to pull all the homes around that open house. You're going to pull all the information there and call those people. Hey, my name's Courtney Swift, licensed realtor. I'm holding an open house at 123 Main Street. I would love it if you pop by. I mean, that's the best way, is like to try and sell at home. Like, now these neighbors, they get to pick who their neighbor is going to be. And I always kind of joke around about that. If you want to pick your neighbor, stop by the open house. Do a live video. Once you're at the open house, you're going to do a live video on Instagram. Don't just make it like a maze going through like, hi guys, this is Courtney. I'm holding an open house. And then it's just like a maze, just like, here's the bedroom, here's the bathroom, here's the kitchen. You want to make it fun. You want to make it exciting. Like, this is the ultimate open house. You have other businesses there. You're talking to the businesses. You're like, what do you offer? You can get the multi-level marketing companies. You can get, I've done liquor stores to where they provide wine at the open house. And as you're going through the open house, you're just going to talk to them. Hey, what are you offering? So this is free marketing for them too, right? Because then now it's going on your Facebook, and it's free marketing for the home that you're trying to sell. So you're going to create a flyer for the open house with all the homes and the small businesses. Schedule a social media post through LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Nextdoor, any social media account that you have ahead of time, a week ahead of time, as long as you know that you're doing this open house. Post about the open house. This is where I am going to be. And I highly recommend, if you're not doing the ultimate open house, then I recommend that you don't post the address, especially if you're going to be there alone. But you want to let people know that you're holding an open house. Pick up balloons the day of. I have a big, huge open come in sign. I've got the little flag that waves. And you just want to make it just a big event for the seller and for the buyers that are coming through. Taking pictures of your event as you're going through, just snap a few pictures for after the open house. The open house doesn't stop after the open house. You want to make sure that you get enough content, enough creation for even after the open house to be able to advertise the home for sale. And then you're going to have a list of people that once they fill out the form, you're just going to slide it away, come back that Monday, and you're going to follow up with the people. Hey, what'd you think of the open house? Like, so easy. This is the best and easiest way to follow up with them. Put the open house on the MLS. You want to make sure that as soon as you know that you're having an open house, you want to make sure that it's on the MLS. Pass out flyers to the local businesses. The day before, if it's like smaller town, I'll go to the local businesses. Hey, do you mind if I leave a flyer here? We're having this huge open house this weekend, and I'll leave the flyer there. Also, a recommendation of what I tell all my sellers is prior to the open house, make sure that you remove all prescriptions, jewelry, guns. You have no idea who's coming through your open house. So you want to make sure that anything of value is either with you or taken out. If you have pets, make sure that your pets aren't there. And then when you're locking up at the end of the open house, you want to make sure that all the windows and the doors are locked, because some people could go through the open house and open up a window, and especially if it's a vacant one, right? So they'll open up the window, and then the open house is done, and then the next day they'll sneak in the window. So you want to make sure that all the windows and all the doors are locked. And you have all this feedback for the sellers. The sellers love this. You want to make sure that you're providing all this feedback to the sellers that you got. So that's it. That's the ultimate open house. Good luck. Happy selling.